start.
Well, grade 5 exhibition in fact is a culmination of primary years, that is PYP years in our school, and children segregate themselves into a few groups. Groups are made and they select the topics, and then they do a lot of brainstorming, they interview people and they understand the stuff. So this time one of the groups came to me with a very interesting topic, conflict management. But I was really surprised the way the kids were asking the questions and all that. You can witness it yourself. I've recorded the whole thing. It was a very, very wonderful thing to interact with them. Adults shooting questions at me, I understand, I'm used to it, but my kids are nothing less than adults. The way they asked, some of the questions like, do you have conflicts in your life, and how do you manage workplace conflicts? How do you treat that person? Once you have a conflict, then is everything going to be okay after conflict? Oh my God, you should have seen them, So just watch the video and enjoy. Thank you.
Somebody is not comfortable and wants to share his ideas not in a peaceful manner. So if you have to resolve the conflict, then you can do it in a peaceful manner. You can go and tell the person that you tell me your conflict, what has happened, what is your issue, why are you conflicting with me. So then if you resolve it, it can become in a very peaceful manner.
Okay, so what the questions you have?
So ma'am, how often you face conflicts in your professional life? Can you share a few conflicts that you face?
Okay. See, any profession, it's not just me, any workplace, we have individuals coming from different backgrounds. So in the first place, I would like to enlighten why there are conflicts. Conflicts are there because each one of us think in different directions, different ways. So whenever I don't see any problem as a conflict actually. So whenever they come, I need to orient everyone's energy in the same direction. That is conflict management according to me. Now suppose it happens quite often, sometimes too many in a day, sometimes nothing in a day, so that I cannot specify how often and all, because it's totally depending on the situation. So but whenever any conflict comes, it's only because of difference in opinions. So once you explain why there is, why we want to think it in this way, not the other way, we have to explain to people, then the conflict automatically gets resolved. It may be between teachers and teachers, or teachers and coordinators, teachers and children, children and children, teachers and parents, and one parent complaining against another parent, one child complaining against another child. So different kinds of situations we face. So that I don't look at it as a very big conflict as such. It's a difference of opinion. Yes, next question.
How does the relationship with the opposite person change during the conflict and also resolving it?
See, sometimes people are stuck to their own ideas. If we can take the horse to a river, cannot make it drink. Now, if you come with a set mindset that you are not going to listen to others, I cannot do anything, I can't do miracles. But I try my best to convince the person, because I try to solve the problem in a very objective way. Rather than taking one side, see he is right, you are wrong, so that will never pay off. So what you have to do is attack a problem. Okay, this is a problem, he is thinking like this, she is thinking like this, but you have to agree to this. Ultimately, I haven't faced any such situation where people have just left my room in a huff or something. I try my best to manage, and people get convinced and come to some solution. That's happened with me. Yes. Next.
Okay, ma'am, which of the most difficult conflict you have ever faced till now?
There are many. See, I am in the service for the last 31 years, so you cannot much before you were born. Yeah. So it's very difficult to pinpoint, but there are a lot of them, Yeah.
How did you manage to resolve it? You choose many, ma'am. Suppose I'm not saying that you don't only see which conflict, the specific conflict. You can just mostly how do you resolve a conflict?
See, I will tell you, it is actually again not a conflict. There are some problems, I can say. In one of the school where I was a principal, one day the driver of we had a card you have to specify your driver or your mother or father and all that. Somebody else came. I did not hand over the kid. The kid was only in 2nd grade. Then the father was very furious and he started screaming and yelling on the telephone. He said, how dare you not send, and you're so what if you're a principal. This is the kind of language sometimes parents use. I was very calm. I don't start counter shouting on them like that. So I told him, no, it is the safety of your child, I'm not sending. So he told me, I have got 10 cars. You mean to say I have to give 10 driver car photographs to you? I said, you can have 20 cars. That is your lifestyle, what you lead. But if you want your child's safety, I am concerned about it. You give one driver or another driver. Why can't, if you have 10 cars and 10 drivers, why can't you keep one driver and one child? Car for your child. So that's how I resolved. And then I called the gentleman next day. He said, okay, you're going to bang the phone now. I said, no, if I were to bang the phone, I wouldn't be in conversation with you. Try to understand. Now you are not in a mood to listen. I'm keeping it down. You come to my cabin, let us discuss. That's how I solved that. Then when he came, I explained the whole thing. He said, sorry ma'am, I was under terrible stress. I'm, handling crores of business. I said, everything I understand, but all your crores of business and money will be of no use if anything happens to your child. You please understand that. So that's how, and then he became very good parent for me. I don't have anything against him. That's how I don't see, once something happens, that is not the end of a story for
So
me. That's how I see.
even after conflict.
Yes, he
a good
was not with
relationship
good
is
relation.
happening.
Of course, it happens.
Okay.
Because you cannot live on the conflict, and you cannot harp on that. Okay, today I had some problem with you, then lifelong we are not going to have problem. Come on, solve it and go ahead. Okay, now next. At home, because all of us are working and all of us are highly educated in the family, so there are no problems. Like all of us are busy, so managed. Yes.
Do you come to know the problem faced to the children?
Of course, that's a major part of my job, because I've been principal for almost 18-19 years now, so I come to know what is happening with them and how they are behaving. And sometimes the children think I don't understand. I understand everything, but yeah, tell me. What else?
I have one more.
Yeah, ask.
So how do you help? Ask that question. How do you help them resolve?
How do you help? What?
Help.
It's written over there. How do you help?
See, how do you help? How do you help them resolve it?
See, it depends on what kind of problem children are facing. Sometimes I call the children and talk to them. I send them to counselors. Generally it's a behavior problem, behaving bad in the class, back answering, not doing the homework, not coming on time, and not wearing a proper uniform. So it differs. So what I do is I try to correct them, explain to them again. My system is like that. I make children realize what is going to be good for them, what is not good for them. If they don't get corrected, then I need to call the parents and then talk to them. First I'll talk to the parents alone, and then parent and child together I will talk. So this is how I resolve. Next.
Which two best methods do you usually suggest to help students resolve a conflict?
See, first of all, you have to become responsible for your action. That is the most important thing. As a child, if you misbehave or if you do some mistake, that is fine. All of us are human beings. If we were all so great and not doing mistake, we would be in heaven, not on the earth. Okay, all of us make mistakes. Yes, all of us make mistake. Even I make mistake. Fine. But you have to realize your mistakes. So how do we achieve that as adults is I talk to children and make them realize, what action. See, if you have done something wrong, you have to take responsibility and accept it. Then only you can improve. If you go on denying, no, I didn't do it, I am only right and she is only wrong. If you get into that mode, you will never succeed in life. So first thing is taking responsibility, accepting responsibility and trying to resolve. And I generally make them realize, and I have a lot of patience, so I explain to them, this is not done, and what happens if you continue this behavior. What happens, suppose you are not going to do the homework only. Who is suffering? Your parents are spending you to the best of the school, spending money, and your teachers are working very hard and providing you the best. Now you have to do your work. See, we can put you in the Olympic game and provide you all the training. If you don't run the race, you are not going to win. It's as simple as that. So I look at it, conflict resolving exactly like this. So any problem is there, try to attack the problem, not a person. Okay, even if you make a mistake, I will never brand you. Oh, Mesbin made a mistake. She's like this. She's like that. No, that particular day Mesbin made a mistake. It doesn't mean that all the time you are doing mistake. So this is applicable to students, my teachers, and in life in general. Like I don't harp on the mistakes or whatever wrong things have happened. Try to solve it and go ahead. That's the connect. Okay. Come for a group pic now.
And they have
Over.
They have two more questions.
What?
They have two more questions.
2 more questions. Okay, then.
Do conflicts at school affect your work or your personal life?
No, they don't affect. I have learned the perfect switch on and switch off therapy. Once I come to school, I don't think about my home. All the home is remaining at home. Once I walk out of the school remains in school. I don't carry my problems from this place to that place. It doesn't affect me one bit also. And I don't get emotionally involved. So it doesn't affect me as a person also. Even if somebody comes and starts abusing me, I don't cry or I don't shout back. I feel sorry for that person. Then I say, thank you very much. You have got all the, gift wrap things, whatever you have got, take it back. So it goes back to you only. If I don't accept it, I don't get hurt. You have created that anger and emotional conflict in you, so you are taking it back. So it doesn't affect me at all.
Sometimes when you're fighting with your own self, it looks like
Yes, I don't. I just, your good wishes, your bad wishes, whatever you give, I always pray, let it go back to the origin, so nothing affects me. Yes. Anything else?
Which qualities in you help you to resolve your conflicts?
Resolve my conflicts. In the first place, I am a people's person. I generally don't face a lot of conflicts. And I am a perfect liberal. I know how to balance the scales. So, that tendency. I think I have tremendous patience and I have a lot of thinking and analyzing skills. So anything it comes now, like I suppose like there is a particular person X misbehaving. Everybody comes and tells me. I don't form my opinion and pass the judgment based on others' opinion. I want to see whether I will keep and observe. All my antennas will be up. Like I'll keep my eyes and ears and everything open. So when I realize, I'll try to resolve and then I will talk about that person. So I don't get into gossips and branding people, passing negative remarks, because I don't have time for all that. I would like to be more creative and more enhance my knowledge rather than getting into squabbles and pet things.
Ma'am, it's your mind, it's your
Yes.
self, it's all about you.
Yes. 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 Done?
Yeah.